Welcome to the It Factor, where Jimmy and I, exploring a crucial new blog post by Mr. Len Kaplan, CEO of CDML and MSP in Queens, NY.
Yeah, CDML, they offer a whole suite of IT solutions, network management, voice over IP, cybersecurity, compliance.
Cloud services, Microsoft 365, and Azure solutions. Pretty comprehensive stuff.
Absolutely.
And if you're a small business owner, or maybe you manage IT for a growing organization, well, this deep dive is definitely for you.
It really is.
Today, we're diving into a topic that, frankly, should be top of mind. AI-accelerated insider attacks in SMBs.
Mm-hmm.
Just imagine this. You get what looks like an urgent email from your CEO. Then maybe a voice message follows up, both demanding something sensitive, fast.
Right, like transferring funds or giving up access credentials.
Exactly. But what if? What if neither was actually your CEO? What if it was AI? An AI-generated impersonation built just to trick your team?
That's the chilling part Mr. Kaplan's article gets into.
Yeah, it highlights how the really dangerous attacks are shifting, not just coming from outside anymore, but from inside the network.
And supercharged by AI.
So what's fascinating here, and honestly a bit worrying, is how AI has just completely flipped the script on cybersecurity. For years, decades even, it was all about building walls.
Right, the fortress mentality, firewalls, email filters, intrusion detection, keep the bad guys out, perimeter defense.
Exactly. But Mr. Kaplan's insights show, well, that's just not enough anymore. The game's changed. Attacks are starting from the inside now, more and more.
And it's so important to be clear here. When we talk insider threat in this AI context, we don't necessarily mean your employees have suddenly gone rogue. It's more about how AI gives external attackers these incredible tools.
Tools to do what specifically?
To steal credentials, to craft really convincing deepfakes of trusted people, and then they operate as if they're legitimate insiders.
So they look like they belong there.
Precisely. And they do it at machine speed, which makes them incredibly hard to spot. So yeah, lock your front door, definitely. But the real battlefront now, it's increasingly about the people and accounts already inside.
That paints a pretty stark picture, doesn't it? Let's unpack that a bit more, sticking close to Mr. Kaplan's blog post. How exactly is AI making these insider threats so much, well, worse for small businesses?
He outlines a few key ways. It's quite something.
Okay, first up is this AI-driven impersonation. We're talking deep fake voice, deep fake text.
Yeah, this isn't your standard phishing email anymore.
Not at all. Imagine getting audio, a voice message. That sounds exactly like your boss.
Yeah.
Same tone, same way of speaking, maybe even uses their pet phrases.
And it asks you to do something urgent.
Right, or a text message that reads just like your colleague wrote it. It's so sophisticated, often almost impossible for a person to catch without double-checking somehow.
Exactly. And think about the psychology. We're wired to trust voices we know, names we know. AI just hijacks that trust. It makes these fakes almost perfect, bypassing our usual mental defenses.
And it's not just the fakes. Mr. Kaplan also points out that compromised accounts are way stealthier now.
How so?
Well, think about it. If an attacker steals or phishes an employee's login details, which AI can help them do with super targeted attacks,
Okay.
then that account looks totally legit once the attacker logs in. They're inside. They might log in at normal times, access normal files.
So no obvious red flags initially.
Right, which makes them incredibly hard to spot unless you have, really smart behavioral analysis running. It's the classic wolf in sheep's clothing, but the disguise is perfect and has the keys.
That's a great analogy. They aren't intruders in the old sense. They are your users, or they look exactly like them.
So the old alarms don't necessarily go off.
Exactly, which is why just resetting a password or even having basic MFA sometimes isn't enough if that initial compromise was clever.
And then there's the speed. For me, this is where AI just blows things wide open.
The acceleration factor.
Yeah, Mr. Kaplan explains how AI-driven malware scripts, they can automate attacks incredibly fast, moving across the network, grabbing higher privileges, finding and stealing data.
In minutes.
Right. Minutes, not days or weeks like it used to be. That leaves almost no time for anyone to notice, let alone respond, especially for a small business without a 247 security team watching everything.
That's the real difference maker. Think about a traditional breach. Maybe it unfolds over hours, days. Your IT person gets an alert, investigates.
They have some breathing room?
Maybe. But with AI, a compromised account could hoover up your customer list, encrypt your files, disable your backups, all before your first coffee break is over.
Wow.
The window for a human to step in just shrinks dramatically. It forces a whole new way of thinking about defense.
And one last point from the article.
Yeah.
Even accidental insider slip-ups get amplified.
You mean human error?
Exactly. We all know people make mistakes, click the wrong link, mishandle data. But with AI involved, attackers can spot and weaponize those errors almost instantly.
So a small mistake turns into a big breach super fast.
Before the employee even knows what happened.
Yeah. And if you tie all this together, you see the challenge for SMBs, right?
Definitely. Limited resources, maybe just one IT person.
Exactly. They might not have the budget or staff for the fanciest always-on security tech. So focusing only on that perimeter, the firewall. It's necessary, but it's not the whole story anymore.
So the focus has to shift inwards.
It has to. You've got to focus on behavior and identity inside the network. It's an inside-out job now.
Okay, so that's the problem, and it sounds pretty serious. The big question then is, what can businesses actually do? What are the practical steps?
Well, the good news is Mr. Kaplan's blog doesn't just sound the alarm. It offers a clear roadmap.
Actionable stuff for listeners.
Yes, practical steps you can take, like today.
All right, let's hear them. First up.
Multi-factor authentication, MFA. This should be baseline, non-negotiable.
Enforce it everywhere.
Everywhere possible. And crucially, prioritize phishing-resistant methods. We all know MFA adds that extra layer beyond a password.
Right. But with AI making phishing so good, simple SMS codes, they can still be tricked. You need things like authenticator apps, biometrics, maybe physical keys like FIDO keys, because they're much harder for AI-driven attacks to bypass.
Way harder. That phishing-resistant aspect is critical now. It buys you time, even if a password gets compromised.
Okay, MFA, phishing-resistant, got it. What's next?
Adopting user and entity behavioral analytics.
UEB tools.
UBBA sounds complex.
It's about getting smart security. These tools learn what normal activity looks like for each user, each device.
Like a baseline.
Exactly. Normal login times, locations, files accessed, data downloaded. So when something weird happens, an employee logs in from halfway across the world at 3 a.m. and tries to download the entire customer database.
The system flags it.
Instantly. It's like having a digital detective working 24/7.
That sounds incredibly useful for a small team. You can't watch everything manually.
Precisely. It automates that vigilance. You get alerts on real issues, not noise. It lets you focus your limited resources where they matter most. Makes sense. What else?
Privileged access review. Basically, lock down those powerful admin rights.
Don't let everyone have the keys to the kingdom all the time.
Exactly. Regularly review who has admin access and limit it. Use just-in-time access if you can, least privilege principle. Why? Because if a regular user account gets hit, it's bad. If an admin account gets hit...
Catastrophe.
Right. Limiting those privileges shrinks the potential damage, the blast radius, if an AI-accelerated attack does get through. It's like diffusing bombs before they go off.
Good analogy. What about the human element?
Crucial employee training. Mr. Kaplan really stresses training your team to verify instructions, especially if they seem urgent and come via voice or email, even if they sound legit.
So that trust but verify culture.
Absolutely. Get an urgent email from the CEO. Don't just click or transfer funds. Pick up the phone. Use a different chat app. Confirm it through a separate channel you know is secure. Assume it could be a deepfake.
And this training needs to be regular, right? Not just once a year.
Ongoing. Attackers keep changing tactics. Employees need to feel empowered to question things, to know it's part of the defense, not a lack of trust. Building that human firewall.
Okay, one more.
Data loss prevention, or DLP.
DLP, what does that do?
It monitors for unusual file movements, especially sensitive data leaving your network. Think client lists, financials, intellectual property.
So if a compromised account starts trying to steal data?
DLP can spot that unusual activity, maybe the volume of data or the type of data, and flag it, maybe even block the transfer. It's like digital border control for your crown jewels.
Okay, MFA, UEBTO, privileged access, training, DLP. That's a solid list.
It is. And it really raises a question for you listening right now. How many of these are you already doing?
And maybe how well are they integrated? Are they working together?
Because Mr. Kaplan's point is you need that proactive, multi-layered defense, looking inward, not just outward. Each piece is part of the puzzle.
Now, implementing things like UEBA or building specific response plans for, say, deepfake attacks.
Right.
That sounds like a heavy lift for a small IT team.
It can be. And that's where, getting expert help comes in, like Mr. Kaplan's company, CDML. They specialize in bridging that gap for SMBs.
So they help businesses put these kinds of defenses in place.
Yeah, exactly. Deploying advanced behavior detection, setting up complex identity rules. That's tough if you don't have dedicated security staff. An MSP like CDML brings that expertise.
They put the digital detective on the case for you.
Pretty much. And it's not just tools, it's strategy. Things like identity security. It's more than just MFA. It's conditional access, managing privileged accounts properly, making sure the right people have the right access, only when they need it.
And they help with planning for when things go wrong.
Yes, developing those crucial response playbooks. What do you do step by step if an account is compromised? Or if you suspect a deepfake? Having clear practice plans built by people who know these threats, that can save you when seconds count.
And I imagine it's not just a one-time setup. The blog mentioned ongoing support.
Absolutely essential. Threats change, your business changes. You need that continuous monitoring. CDML combines the tech with ongoing oversight to catch risks before they blow up. It's about turning that insider risk from a scary unknown into something manageable.
Letting businesses focus on their actual business.
That's the goal. Resilience.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up.
Right.
What's the main takeaway here?
I think the core message from Mr. Kaplan's blog is pretty clear. Insider threats aren't just disgruntled employees anymore. They're maybe the fastest growing attack vector, and AI is pouring gasoline on that fire.
With its ability to impersonate, automate, act super fast.
Right. And defending against that means shifting your strategy. You have to look inward. Secure identities like never before, watch behavior closely, and get your team ready for some very convincing deception. It's a big shift.
A necessary one, it sounds like.
For every business, really. Size doesn't matter here.
So, thinking about all this, what does it mean for you, our listener? Mr. Kaplan's article forces us to look hard at our own vulnerabilities. And here's a final provocative thought to maybe chew on. What specific safeguards do you have in place right now, today? What would stop a deepfake voice message or a spoof text looking like it's from a trusted colleague from causing real damage to your business?
It's a sobering question.
It really is. Think about that for a moment. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into AI-accelerated insider attacks in SMBs. We hope you found it useful.
Yeah, definitely food for thought.
If you did find this helpful, please do click that thumbs up button wherever you're listening. It really helps others find the show.
Helps us know what topics resonate too.
Absolutely. Till next time.